Hey. Got any grapes? Cat, my yaw. Everyone in the room with the same tone and inflection. My yaw. Hey guys, I made this. I've never met you in real life, but if I ever come across you, I'm gonna instinctually know to hate you and everything you stand for. Mater has given Dobby a gun. I fking spelled master wrong. I wish to swim with the cranberries. This is what it's all about, baby. Same energy. This is the most unsettling Pokemon from that trailer. This post smells familiar. The F in frog stands for friendship. The R in frog stands for respect. The O in frog stands for optimism. The G stands for gay. You guys know that famous YouTuber, the one who plays the games. I think his name is Multipliers. Delete this. Kerjabbing. Drive-through. Yes, we are aware we got a fked up sign, thanks. I go to the Kerjabbing. I buy the Bam Hidja. When you're stuck in a point and click adventure game. The bird? The match? Like the bird with the match? Be there or. That square is 5Bs by 6Bs, I'll have you know that is a B rectangle, you have failed. Free book. Fire exit. Please can someone call 911. This variant of the golden-tail bastard moray is known as the banana eel due to its coloration and markings resembling a ripe banana. Sorry, the what? The what moray? Scientist, let's call you the golden-tail banana eel. Bites scientist. Scientist, okay, can you idea? Saw people were sharing their favorite lyrics, so here's some of mine. Through them hospital doors. Meanwhile my attention's pulled in another direction, some receptionist. Doctor, Jim, the news. Something's wrong, she was lying on the bed crying when I walked in. Oh. There's no fking way. Underappreciated form of humor, using incorrect long forms of proper names, that is Craigory, Bobert, Barold, etc. His name is Len, which is short for Lenjamin. A truly dart. Marxism too. And this time him and Angel's kiss. You, Detective Pikachu is the first live action version of Pokemon. Me, an intellectual. Laser quit smoking. Weight loss. Acupuncture. You walk in here, and they deal with every single problem you've ever experienced in your life, and then you go to the cash register and they kill you. Trash man. Close up of the shrine. Now that she's sealed forever, I might as well leak my footage. What if you went to a parallel universe and were going to meet your evil self, but the version of you there is actually really nice, and you're the owl? Sounds about right. One like, one pat for cheddar, one reblog, one smooch for cheddar. I'm smooching and patting as fast as I can. Faster. The lack of context here is thrilling. Introductory Python programming course. You will fail. FU digital slam. Excuse me. Getting real tired of people pretending that the writer's not explaining every little thing in detail is the same thing as a plot hole, tbh. Has to think once while watching something. Whoa, this is bad writing. The CinemaSins effect. Why is Bruno Mars so weird about some girl opening her eyes while she's kissing him? I've been meaning to ask this question since 2010. How did Bruno know her eyes were open? Unless is where to? This ask made me open my third eye. Why the F is Dr. Phil asking you this? Hey Peter, make me admin for a sec. Peter added you as a group admin. You removed Peter as a group admin. Roman Emperor Julius Caesar is overthrown 44 BC. Hunter after smoking one whole weed. I'm so glad modern technology has allowed the Spiro team to correctly portray Hunter as the dumbest twink he was clearly always meant to be. Unpopular opinion. More lies have come from here than here. The one on the top used to be your best friend, but he only lies and manipulates you. The one on the bottom just sugarcoats everything, but is always there for you. God, I hate that I know who these people are by their lips. Future child, can you help me with my school project? Me, what's it about? Future child, the history of Japan. Me, great. I'm the only grad student in a class of undergraduates, a contemporary art class. I made reference to an artwork. Oh, It's like that piece that's 3 feet of air above a pedestal that contains a curse or a blessing from a witch. I sure baffled a bunch of students. Right then. Tom Friedman, Untitled A Curse, 1992. They are required to pack it for shipping with room for the curse. Smooge, smell doge. She presses a plastic bottle against an arm. Minutes later, I have to do this with my kids. Yeah, do that. Press your kids against a hot iron. People with the Chaco icons are trustworthy. Here, since it's bound to happen, I drew this beforehand. Bastra27. Give me your credit card hash. Give me your credit card hash. Who's the fucker who left the Bastra27 URL wide open? What do you do with pickle juice? I drink it. What? You don't drink pickle juice? This scene represents every straight interaction ever. Technically we are always LARPing, because the self is only a construct. I want a new character. Then make one. Then make one has the same energy as then perish, but like, opposite, same and opposite. Fking Hedgel trying to make me better person from the grave. So in Writer's Craft our assignment is to write the worst poem we can possibly create. And we are having a contest and I think I'm going to win. I got a paper cut today. It was small, but it stung. It reminded me of my childhood. Sometimes I think about life, it's a bit like a roller coaster. Except not. Like Snooper, and I also believe that I'm Bob Marley reincarnated. Shorty did in fact wear the maple bottom jeans. Even boots with the fur. Everyone was indeed looking at her when she hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shorty got low. Shorty got so low. Her life is spiraling down. Shorty has hit rock bottom. Okay, here's a dramatic reacting of it. Are you fking kidding me? I'm gonna piss. Every fking time. It's back. I'm literally in love with the fact I get to see how my little cousins interact even with a language barrier. On my mom's side, I have a 3-year-old little cousin who only speaks French. And on my dad's side I have a 2-year-old cousin who only speaks Spanish. When they play together it is so funny to see them blabber on and on to each other until one of them hears a word that sounds familiar, and then they just repeat that word and nod, like they are totally connecting. Like today the one that speaks Spanish said venga a polos pantalones en la muñeca, and the other heard pantalones and was just like a UI, pantalon. They're best friends and it's the cutest and funniest thing I've ever seen. Look at how big Batman's boobs are though. Stop sexualizing Batman 2K15. Damn Battier Bobby S. Bad Daddy. My intrusive thoughts during fall. Young man. There are leaves all around. I said young man. Eat a leaf off the ground. I said young man. Won't they make a cool sound? When you stuff them in your leaf hole. It's fun to chew on the leaves on the ground. Each time Del Toro makes a comment, like I'll do anything Kojima wants, or I'll follow him to the end of the earth, I'm like, holy F, he did it. Kojima really has become the big boss of the games industry. Started out as just a lowly member of his organization, before attracting personal devotees around the world through his deeds and reputation. Abandoned and betrayed by his parent company Konami, his home country, if you will. Created his own independent nation not beholden to anyone. The new Kojima Productions with no meddling oversight from Sony. Holy shit, he really did it. All that's left is for Konami to realize how bad they've fed up, and attempt to recreate their own Hideo Kojima through cloning and special training. Birds lands on a page about itself. Das me. I was the most beautiful poem, but you were jarred. 19. Why you bake me? Mistaken for Stanley. I mean, the resemblance is uncanny. I just got my acceptance letter from medical school, so happy right now. Don't even need to study medicine. Marguerite McCall lived once, buried twice. After succumbing to a fever of some sort in 1705, Irish woman Marguerite McCall was hastily buried to prevent the spread of whatever had done her in. Marguerite was buried with a valuable ring, which her husband had been unable to remove due to swelling. This made her an even better target for body snatchers, who could cash in on both the corpse and the ring. The evening after Marguerite was buried, before the soil had even settled, the grave robbers showed up and started digging. Unable to pry the ring off the finger, they decided to cut the finger off. As soon as blood was drawn, Marguerite awoke from her coma, sat straight up and screamed. The fate of the grave robbers remains unknown. One story says the men dropped dead on the spot, while another claims they fled and never returned to their chosen profession. Marguerite climbed out of the hole and made her way back to her home. Her husband John, a doctor, was at home with the children when he heard a knock at the door. He told the children, "If your mother were still alive, I'd swear that was her knock." When he opened the door to find his wife standing there, dressed in her burial clothes, blood dripping from her finger but very much alive, he dropped dead to the floor. He was buried in the plot Marguerite had vacated. Marguerite went on to remarry and have several children. When she did finally die, she was returned to Shankill Cemetery in Lurgan, Ireland, where her gravestone still stands. It bears the inscription, "Lived once, buried twice." What did I just read? Irish women are strong as F. Are lived, be Iral.